Hello everyone, Flick here, and welcome to a little kind of learning how to play The Binding of Isaac 4 Souls. I'm not going to take you through it as if I know it, this is more kind of learn along with me. It's meant for 2 to 4 players. You can't really play it by yourself normally because there's a whole kind of Monopoly-esque back-end dealings that you can do with people. It's encouraged in the game rules. But for the purposes of kind of learning to play it, I thought I'd play a couple of games where I'm just playing as both players, seeing how the general flow plays to see if the game's any good, and if I like it I'll try and rope my sister into playing it with me at some point. This is the game set up as is. I have the rules here with me to hopefully keep me right. I've set up everything basic is a little bit scrunched in just so to try and get it in view. Basically all that's left to do now before we start the game is each player, and there's going to be 2 players for the purposes, they start with 3 pennies, which is there and there. We randomise who we're playing as, and then we get their starting item. Also, loot deck, treasure deck, monster deck. Before the game starts, you have to draw 2 treasure cards, and they become the items available in the shop, which you can buy for 10 cents each. You also have to draw 2 monsters, which are the first 2 active monsters of the game. That's the dog running down the stairs. She's going to crap herself when she sees him using a tripod. Yeah, this is a tripod. She's sniffing the leg. You can go under it. There's enough room. You don't get bad luck. It's not a ladder. She turned around and walked away. So, who are going to be the 2 players? The player on the left is going to be Blue Baby. Let's see if we can get that in view. Play an additional loot card this turn if you activate him. Cards start unactivated when you draw them. Starting item, his starting item is Forever Alone. So that's the player on the left, which I'll try and keep in view, and we'll turn it sideways to show that it's not active currently. And Blue Baby will be playing against... oh, Eden, that seems complicated, let's see. Play an additional loot card this turn. Oh, they have the same active effect, never mind. They both have 2 HP, they both hit for 1 damage. When you start the game, look at the top 3 cards of the treasure deck, choose one, it becomes your starting item and gains Eternal. Interesting. Alright, so we know who we are, we'll get rid of that deck. We need... where is it? Forever Alone for Blue Baby, we'll read what it does in a second. So what does Forever Alone do? Choose one, either steal 1 penny from a player, look at the top card of any deck, or discard a loot card and draw a loot card. Each time you take damage, recharge this. Alright, so again I believe that starts unactivated as well. We'll try and bring these into view. I'm trying to work out what view is best for this, and this is the best I could settle on, honestly. So for Eden it was look at the top 3 cards and pick 1. So 1, pay to play, 2 is Chaos, and 3, the D100. So you could pay 10 cents to steal an item from a player. Each player gives all his loot cards to the player on the left, or random effects. You know what, let's go full random for Eden. He'll have the D100, just because. And I guess we'll just put those 2 treasures in the discard pile, did it say? It doesn't specifically say what to do with the 2 you didn't pick. So I'll put them at the bottom of the deck. Like so. Alright, so we need to populate the shop to start. The shop has the poop in it, and the shop has Guppy's head in it. And there is a bonus soul if you become Guppy. And the starting 2 monsters are... oh, it's a Mega Troll Bomb. I believe if you draw something that isn't a monster at the start of the game, you just discard and try again. I might be wrong about that. That's a curse. It has HP, so I assume it counts. When any player rolls a 6, end that player's turn. And just to go over what a monster's card is, that's how much HP it has, that's the roll you need to hit it, and that's how much it hits you for if you fail to hit it, basically. So that's the first active enemy. And Skolex is the other one. 3 HP, 5 plus the hit, he does 1 damage back to you. Each time this deals damage to a player, they also discard a loot card. Simple as that. Alright, quickly reshuffled things to try and make it hopefully a better view of what's going on. The last setup item is that every player starts with 3 loot cards, so we'll do Blue Baby's first. He has gained 2 pennies. I assume that just takes effect now, so there's 2 pennies for you. And then discard that. Actually no, you probably have to play it, so let's not do that. He also has Butter Bean, cancel the effect of any active item or loot card being played, so that's a way to screw over someone else. And he also has another Butterbean. They're not going to be fully shuffled. I did my best, but some of the cards stick together, unfortunately, so we might have to deal with that at first. Well, Eden's got a 4 cents, got a 1 cents, and a 4 cents. Again, needs to be shuffled more. But for the purposes of testing things out, there we go. So, with the rules in hand, here's how a turn plays out, and we're going to play it with Blue Baby. Player turn. First things first, you recharge everything so it can be played. So, active item can be played, character card can be played, done. Second, you loot 1. Also, you can only have a maximum hand of 10 loot. You got the Judgment card. Choose the player with the most souls or tied for the most souls. That player discards a soul they control. That's pretty harsh. So that could be used to screw over Eden later. Just place that in view there-ish for now. Then you move on to what's called the action phase in the game, and then you can do any or all of the following things. You can play 1 loot card that you've obtained. You can purchase an item in the shop, 1 item for 10 cents, including the random guess, which is the topmost card of the treasure deck. You don't need to buy what's placed there. You can choose a random thing. Well, you can choose not knowing what it is. You can also attack a monster. You can also choose to attack the top card of the monster deck if you don't like any that's available and it overwrites one of the available ones. Or you can activate your player card in order to play an additional loot card. Player cards can also be saved and activated on other players' turns if you choose. So if you didn't want to use the character's effect, you could do it during a enemy player's turn. Then you enter the ending phase after that, where all players are healed, as are monsters. You discard down to 10 loot if you have more than that, and then it passes turn. So simple enough. We'll play a loot card. We will play 2 cents. So Blue Baby now has 5 cents. Simple as that. He doesn't have enough to purchase from the shop, so that's irrelevant. He can only do 1 damage max, and both current enemies have more than 1 HP. We'll activate his effect to gain an additional loot card. It's gain 1 penny. And we're going to choose to attack the monster at the top of the deck. Let me just make sure it says the player can choose to attack an active monster or attack the topmost card. Blue Baby is going to attack the topmost card, which is a curse. When revealed, give the curse to any player. At the end of your turn, discard 2 loot. When you die, discard this. We'll be giving that to Eden there. So I believe if you draw a curse, that also ends your turn. So, oh, we haven't done Forever Alone either, have we? At what point would you do that? Activate the player card to play an additional loot card. Player's cards can be saved. Because does that count as using a loot card if it's a treasure card? I'm not sure about that. Like, for instance, can I still do this? It does say anytime you take damage recharges. I'm not 100% sure if you use that instead of a loot card or not. Because a loot card and a treasure card are qualified as 2 different things, I think. Let's see. Treasure cards are put directly into play in front of the player, are visible to everyone, and tend to have, well, you're supposed to keep your loot cards hidden also. These items can be activated in response to any action. They're marked with a gold border. And a turning arrow symbol, yep. It can be activated again until it can't be activated again until it's recharged. So it can be done in any phase, but it doesn't get recharged until the start of your turn, or in Forever Alone's case, if you take damage, I believe. Okay. In that case, we'll use it, and we'll discard a Butterbean and draw a different loot card. Why not? See what we get. Again, a 1 penny. And with that, Blue Baby's turn is over. Let me move on to Eden. Eden activates. At the end of his turn, he's going to discard 2 loot, which is pretty bad. So he's going to use gain 4 cents in order to do exactly that. Did I already cover the... Well, I think it's fairly obvious, but to win the game you get 4 souls. Souls are gained from killing bosses, like for instance if Skolex dies you get a soul. So he did that. Let's see. It is possible for him to kill Cursed Mom's hand. We're going to use the D1... Well, it's a random effect. We're going to use the D100 and see what random effect we get. 5. Gain +1 health till the end of a turn. So he's got 3 HP. It doesn't really help particularly. He will attack the top of the monster deck. It's a curse chest. Roll a dice. 5 again. Take 2 damage. Alright, he has 1 health left, but that means he'll live through the turn. That was unfortunate, so he didn't really get to do anything either. He will activate his ability to play an additional loot card this turn. He'll gain 4 more cents so he can buy something from the shop next turn. So we need 4 more cents. 1, 2, 3, 4. Also, because of his Curse of Amnesia, I guess he kind of wanted to die, but he didn't, so he's got to discard his 1 last loot card. Alright, we're back to Blue Baby's turn. I've already forgotten whether or not this should be reactivated. It's a good time to double check. Starter player's turn. Yes, Forever Alone is back. We will draw our 1 loot. I don't remember if I drew the loot card for Eden now that I think about it. The free one you get for just starting your turn. He would have discarded it anyway. So this is a pill, and it's a gain money or potentially lose money situation. We'll risk it. A 4. He gains 7 cents. Oh wait, well I guess he's also accidentally just played this. Getting used to the rules. He drew this card. Start of his turn, he opted to play this card. He is now getting 7 cents. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I guess with that, he could purchase either the poop or Guppy's head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He will purchase Guppy's head. That player choose a player. That player chooses a loot card in their hand and gives it to you. And you can do that once per turn. Eden has no loot in his hand, so it's not really relevant at this point, but it's towards becoming Guppy, essentially. So, you can choose to attack. He still only does 1 damage, so he can't kill anything. He doesn't want to make it too easy on Eden. So, let's see, what have we not done? We've purchased. We have drawn a loot card. We can activate his ability to play an additional card this turn. I guess we'll just play this and get a penny, because why not? And he'll choose to attack the topmost card, I guess. It's a normal chest. He got loot 1. I'm sure we'll start killing things eventually, Kif. I'm not sure if I want to show off every single turn. But I am kind of curious how long a game takes. That's all he can do. I assume the shop restocks. I'm not sure if it's at the end of the current turn or... Let's see here. All player start. Yeah, I've done that. I'm going to assume that it's at the end of your turn the shop restocks. It might be at the end of the player round, so this could be wrong. I don't see it at a glance, but the shop now has in it Suicide King. Okay. So now we'll move on to Eden's turn. He gets 1 free loot. Draw, which is gain 3 cents. He's going to activate the D100, which gave him gain +1 attack. So he has 2 attack and can kill Cursed Mum's hand. First of all though, he is going to pay 10. See here, 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5, leaving him with a penny. And he's going to buy the topmost treasure card as a random get. You got Greed's Gullet. Each time you die before paying penalties, gain 8 cents. That's good. In fact, that's very good for him. So that's a passive. The silver border means it's a passive. Let's see. So, you can activate 1 loot card. He's going to activate the only one he's got to gain 3 cents back. And then he's going to attack. So he's going to attack Cursed Mom's hand. He needs a 4+, it's a 50-50 chance. He got a 4, that means he hit it. And he hit it for 2 damage because he got +1 from the D100. It has 2 HP. When a player rolls a 6, alright, it didn't roll a 6. So he has killed that, and on death, it gives 4 cents. So there is 4 more cents for Eden. Let me just make sure you don't do anything else special when a monster dies by checking the rules. Let's see, when a monster is killed, the active player gains the reward, which he just did, 4 cents. And that card is placed face up on the top of the monster deck discard pile. Done and done. The active monster is killed, an active monster slot is empty, reveal the topmost card and place it there. So I assume the same kind of thing works for the shop as well. So now on the deck is not a monster, so we just discard, I believe. A round worm. Each time this deals damage, the attacking player gets +1 to their next attack roll, and it gets 4 cents when killed. Again, not really super ideal, but that's another attack round over. Eden did not die, he has no more loot to discard thanks to the Curse of Amnesia. Another turn done. Alright, let's see how fast we can do Blue Baby's next turn. Activate, draw loot, gain 3 cents. It's now on to his normal phase. We are going to play one single loot. We're going to play one of the gain 3 he just had and take those, so he's back up to 6 cents. We are going to activate Forever Alone to steal 1 cent from Eden. We are going to activate Blue Baby to play the other gain 3 cents because we need to work towards getting more treasure so it's easier to kill enemies. I think that's the point. And he might as well, it's hard to hit the roundworm, but if he does, it's only got 1 HP, so you know what, he'll give it a go. Blue Baby will try and kill the roundworm, he needs a 5+. He got a 6. It is killed, he gets 4 cents for the kill. You're out of there, roundworm. Good job. And now on the field is Imp. 3 HP, 5+ to hit. If you roll a 3 while attacking this, it gains +1 to its chance to hit, so it becomes a 6+ till the end of the turn. But if you kill it, you get loot times whatever you roll on the d6. That's potentially interesting. And that's Blue Baby's turn over. Eden's turn. He's going to activate the D100. A 2. A 2 is loot 2. Okay. Oh, he also gets his 1 free loot. I forgot again. So, he got a gain +4. You got the Hermit, and you got a nickel. So what does the Hermit do? Look at the top 5 cards of the treasure deck, put 4 on the bottom of the deck and 1 on the top. Okay. Well, he used the D100. He's going to use the Hermit. So he looks at the top 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 4 of them get discarded and 1 of them gets put on the top. So Dad's Key, Cheese Grayer, Ouija Board, ooh, Guppy's Tail and Eye of Greed. Well, you know what he's going to do? He's going to keep Guppy's Tail on the top because he doesn't want Blue Baby to get it and become closer to transforming into Guppy. So they're going to get discarded, I'll do that between turns. He's going to put that on the top of the shop. He's going to activate his own ability, sorry I knocked the camera there, to also activate a nickel to give him 5 cents. Oh, ran out of money in there, 1, 2... 3, 4, 5. And he's going to buy Guppy's Tail. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he knows where Guppy's Tail is. He knows it's on the top of the deck. He's choosing to buy it. So it might be a little bit harder to see now, but he has Curse of Amnesia, Guppy's Tail, and Greed's Gullet in his side of the table there. Come over there a little bit. And that's all he can do, and Curse of Amnesia makes him lose the other gain 4 cents that he had. Alright, another Blue Baby's turn. First of all, again, try and get into the habit. You loot 1. It is a nickel, and then the turn starts proper. We are going to use Forever Alone to look at the top card of the monster deck. So Polycephalus is the top of the monster deck. Good to know. We get to play 1 loot. We'll play the one for 5 cents. So we'll play the nickel. And get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which gives him a pretty substantial amount of money. We will also, let's see here, we might as well, no, apologies for the quick break there. I forgot that if I try and record in one sitting too long with this camera, it starts to overheat because Sony makes wonderful products. So it's going to make using this camera to record a game of this very difficult because there's not a lot of breaks, unlike a 40k battle report or such. So I'm going to play this game out, I'm going to see how long it takes, and then give you a rundown at the end. And if we do end up recording any in the future, I'll try and do a setup with my webcam instead, I guess, and we'll see what we can do with that. We'll play this out, and come back and we'll see what the outcome is, and how long it takes. So about 20-25 minutes later, here we are at the end of the game, and I understand now why the playmats are so big, because you can accumulate a lot of trinkets and a lot of items. Don't know if I did everything correctly regarding being able to have more than 1 active trinket, but I think that's the only thing I wasn't entirely clear on. The winner of the game was Eden. It was exceptionally close, however. all the bonus souls were claimed as well. The game would have gone on much longer if I hadn't been using the bonus souls for accumulating a certain amount of money, having a certain number of cards in your hand loot-wise, or having 2 cup items. Anyway, Blue Baby got a soul for killing Pin, a soul for killing Envy, and a soul for killing Polycephalus. And he was gunning for having the Soul of Gluttony, which would have given him the win. But Eden managed to kill Chubb and get 1 soul. Got Soul of Gluttony for having more than 10 cards in his hand first, which is the maximum amount. He stole Guppy's head from Blue Baby using the Devil card, I think it was. And then he had the Soul of Greed for accumulating more than 25 cents first. So he won. That is a fun game, I do like it. It goes on for longer than I thought it would, but that's just because so many of the bosses have a lot of health and the characters all start with 1 damage. In fact, I'm curious if every character starts with 1 damage. I'm just quickly looking through them. Yeah, literally everyone starts with 1 damage, so it's a case of like finding ways to get more damage so you can kill bosses. I almost completely exhausted the loot deck as a result of getting everything that gives you extra draw. Eventually Blue Baby got Ipecac, which gave him +1 attack. Eden got Curved Horn Trinket, which gives him +1 attack only for the first time he attacks in a turn, because there are ways to attack more than that. And he had Lemon Mishap, which is if you roll a 1 or a 2 you deal 1 damage to active monsters, which also kind of helped in a way. Really interesting though. Sorry I couldn't record every step of the way. I'll look around for alternative methods maybe if we do more of this. But that's roughly how a game of The Binding of Isaac 4 Souls plays. It is fun. I like seeing all the art as well. Hope you enjoyed, and ta-ta for now.